Obviously, just ecstatic that this group of guys is going back to Frisco to try to do something that's never been done and get a 5th straight national championship. Hats off to these guys, just the way that the adversity that they faced this year. We talked about it even this morning, as far as we sat in that locker room on August 28th after a loss to Montana and said, don't let this game define you. And sure enough, today we talked about this was a defining game for us, and our guys played like that, and we had excellent game plans. Our coaches and our players, our assistant coach and our players, they're the ones that deserve all the credit, because a lot of people counted these guys out. And whether it was during the season when we lost a game or lost to South Dakota, the guys in that room continued to believe. And even to the point of when the brackets came out, there weren't very many, a lot of people that picked the Bison to come out on this side of the bracket. A lot of people had Illinois State to do it, and our guys thought we were going to be able to do it. And you know what? We did. And I told the guys, don't ever underestimate the heart of a champion. And you can't convince our guys they don't have an opportunity to win every game. And they always feel they have a chance to win, and really success speaks to that. That they always believe they have an opportunity. So I'm so proud of these guys, so happy for these guys. They're going back to Frisco. I'm along for the ride.
Chris, talk about that defensive first half again, 66 yards, 2 first downs, a shutout.
Yeah, our defense is playing lights out, and they have to. That was a really good offense, an exceptional offensive line. Quarterback had great mobility, and I was just really pleased with the way we played, as well as the crowd was a huge factor again. There was a number of false starts, and our guys were able to time up blitzes and do some of those things. It was a great performance.
On return, Chris, what factor that out?
Huge factor. You know, we had to flip the field in special teams, and Perk did it twice, and Eric Perkins, great. He knows his role, and his role right now is to be a punt returner for us, and he's accepted that role, and he attacks that role, and Perk's a gamer, and I was so pleased for Perk to be able to make a couple of big plays.
Can you talk about that first drive? How important was it to drive down and get a touchdown and maybe set the tone of the offense?
I thought it was real big for the offense, you know what I'm saying, get going early. We talked about that a lot this week, is getting to a fast start, and I feel like we did it extremely well today, and it was able for us to help out the defense.
Frazier, you surpassed 1,000 yards today. Your team's returning to Frisco. Just what's this day mean to you? What's this feel like right now? And for you guys to be able to do, like Coach Klieman said, a lot of people maybe didn't put their money on you guys.
It feels good, you know what I'm saying? We're going to enjoy this one tonight and a little bit tomorrow, but we're going to come back ready to work, because we got our eye on the prize, and that's to get the 5-1.
Brad, talk about the defense when the crowd gets amped up and you just start running the ball. What's that like when you kind of get in that defensive zone? It seems to be fun.
Well, I mean, obviously the crowd affects what we do a lot. There's a lot of false starts, like Coach alluded to, and there's a lot of times where the snap count is really easy to kind of tell. That's how we're able to get a lot of sacks and a lot of pressure on the quarterback. So the crowd's a huge factor in everything we do on defense.
Brad, were you surprised they were going to go for it on 4th down so early on in the second quarter?
I wouldn't say I was surprised. They only had like a yard or less to go. It was a big momentum swing. If they would have got it, they would have probably driven it down the field. Hopefully not, but you never know. I'm just glad we stopped them and glad that we got the ball back to the offense.
Getting the 18th play drive, what was the attitude on the offense in that drive? How would you characterize it?
I just really wanted to be physical that drive and help the offense get down and get a score and run as much time off the clock as we could, you know, so we can keep our defense off the field. I thought we did a good job of that, standing on the field, and we finished it off with a touchdown, so that's always big for us.
Chris, you're a defensive coach. When you see that drive Jeff was talking about, 18 plays, 10 minutes, over 10 minutes, you just have to be shaking your head going like that.
Absolutely, because it's really demoralizing to a defense and to an offense that's sitting on the sideline. And they had taken some momentum from us with their drive to start the second half, and then we just kind of sputtered a little bit in the third quarter with the turnover and them driving it, and then Trey making the play. And we challenged the Rams like we always do and said, we have to put a drive together. And I thought our running backs ran extremely hard all game long, and there were some tough yards in there, and we were able to get them.
70-5 over this run, 5 times at Frisco. I mean, is it, when you hear the numbers, is it kind of mind-boggling?
It's mind-boggling. You know, we talk about it, and I hope Matt backs me on this thing. It's hard to do this stuff, and I think people think this is easy. I'm telling you guys, this is, especially thinking of what these kids have to do. You know, and everybody other school has to do it, but to go through finals, to go through all the stuff. We don't practice till 6 o'clock at night, and guys are coming late because they're in finals, and then they got a lot of things on their mind, and it's extremely hard to do, and our guys just find a way to keep doing it.
Coach, do you feel like you're still trending up because you're not going this way, you're not going this way? It seems like every game you keep going up this way.
Well, we feel like we can get better. You know, I think King's continuing to grow and continuing to get better this year. I think Robbie Grimsley's continuing to get better. Our defensive line is absolutely. We have to be that way. If we stay stagnant, we'll get beat in 3 weeks.
Coach, can you reflect sitting in here 2 months ago after the USD loss and now going back to Frisco?
Yeah, I mean, it once again, give the credit to our players and our assistant coaches. They did a phenomenal job of saying, you know what, a lot of people are going to count us out, but we're not going to count ourselves out. And, you know, my hat's off to Easton Stick. He came in some tough shoes and has played phenomenal football and done a great job of leading. The stage is never too big for that young man. I'm so proud of Easton because I'm sure people thought Carson went down, we can't do this, and we sure as heck did.
Do you feel like you and your coaching staff kind of upped your game in a sense, much like the players did after Carson went? You guys kind of brought a lot more to the table for this team?
I don't know. I mean, not necessarily. I mean, we're coaching our tails off every day, no matter who's playing.
King, this program is built on a lot of history running the ball. You became the 13th consecutive football player to rush for over 1,000 yards today. To have your name be a part of that history, what's that mean to you?
It means a lot to me, and I try to, let people know that I don't do it for myself. I do it for the guys before me, the John Crockett's, the Samuel Jerry's, those guys that helped me out and showed me the way. And hopefully, so when it's my time to go, when I'm a senior, I can show, Bruce and Lance, all those guys, the same thing.
Eric, punt return, give us a play-by-play of that one.
Well, I caught it, made sure I wasn't about to get hit like last week, and then everybody blocked really well. And I just broke one tackle and I was gone. It was me versus the punter, and I was hoping I wasn't going to get tackled by the punter.
How long has that been in the lobby? You seem you had a couple, even going back to late last season, we ready to break one. How long does it seem like finally could bust one?
Yeah, it's been a while, but it felt good. And everybody blocked really well. I'm just glad it could happen tonight.
Brad, 3 consecutive games the defense held a team under 300 yards. What does that mean to play like that?
Well, I mean, obviously it's huge, not just for like our defense, but for our team in general. It's nice to know that, but on the same token, we got to keep working. We're not there yet. We haven't arrived anywhere. We got to keep working, keep getting better, like Coach has alluded to. So.
Brad, as a defensive guy, can you reflect on what you've seen from the offense? I mean, you talked about Easton coming into such a tough situation, but what you've been able to see from the other side of the ball?
I mean, we're just playing a lot harder. We're playing a lot better. Our technique's a lot more sound. The Rams have really picked up their game. I think Austin Cooner and Joe Haig and Landon Leckler and Zach Johnson and Jeremy Kelly, all of them are playing tremendously right now. Really helping Easton out in the pocket. He's given a lot of time, and I think the offense is playing on a high level right now.
Here's a signature moment for you. Finally contribute. You've been here, 3-4 years now?
Yeah. Yeah, it felt good to get a touchdown on the board now, because I always felt like I contributed and did everything I could for the team on practice and then everything else. But being able to put some points on the board felt good too.
Perkins, the role that the special teams is playing, I mean, you guys, 2 kickoff returns the last 2 weeks, a punt return today. I mean, you guys just feeling kind of the results of all your hard work right now. What's this mean for you guys, and how does this just kind of keep motivating you guys?
Yeah, Bruce started it off for us on special teams, and Bruce is having a heck of a year this year. And it's been kind of like a brotherly love between us. Like, he scores one, and he comes and tells me about it. So now I finally get something to tell him.
Coach, where's your kicking game at now heading to the championship game?
We've got some work to do on it, but Ben LeCompte had the flu today and wasn't himself. And it started off on the first extra point. He dropped the snap, and Ben graduated, then gets sicker than a dog, and didn't come back to see us in the Fargo Dome till almost 5 o'clock. He was taking IVs. They were giving him shots. He was just flat out sick, and so that kind of threw Cam off probably a little bit when we dropped the first snap, and and then Ben kicks the ball out of bounds. He never does that on kickoff, so we'll give Ben a pass. I think he's pretty doggone good, and we'll shore it up.
Coach, what makes this team so special, maybe different than the others you've been a part of here at NDSU?
Well, all of them are special, and all of them are unique, and every team is different. Just because of the adversity that these guys have had to go through, we've lost some games, which is it's okay. It's not the end of the world when you do lose a football game, and I think we realize that this year, that you still have an opportunity in FCS football if you make the playoffs to have a chance to have a run, and these guys did it.